All right, let's try this. Let's try this new YouTube thing. All right. Hopefully I can get some people to come in here. I'm trying something new. I wanna try this here. What's up to anybody that can make it in real quick? It's your man Jay. I just did a premiere and I'm back at it again. Hopefully this camera will stay focused. Testing out something new here, man. Hopefully, how's the audio? Let me get my microphone. How's the audio? Tell me how the audio is. It's just a test stream. Just a little comeback from earlier. What's going on? How's the audio? Can I get a mic check? Audio is pretty good. Okay. I wanted to do a quick follow-up on that premiere I just did. So shout out to everybody that's able to make it to this live stream. I'm just testing something out. I'm headed to the gym and I wanted to test something out here about YouTube, man. Let me send this link out because I think this might be a little private. So let's send it out. Galaxy Note is at 100. All right. Welcome back. You guys are probably thinking, man, Jay, you just did a premiere video and now you're already back with a live stream. Well, there's a reason that I'm doing this live stream. I want to talk with you guys real briefly. Let me send out this tweet real quick. All right, looks like good. I want to talk about censorship because apparently some of you guys are affected by I just did a premiere video and I pretty much read off an email that YouTube's or Google AdSense sent out. And apparently a lot of you guys did not get that email and some of you guys did get the email. But I wanted to do a quick follow-up stream, man. And also I want to test out the new dashboard for YouTube live streams. Now you guys can't see what it is, but I can see it. And it's a pretty cool setup the way they have it. No more searching for comments. They're pretty much laid out for me to see. Easily can respond to comments and everything. So I did the premiere. I recorded that video, I think last night or something like that. And I put that video out to you guys. And you know, I felt some type of way about the responses that I got in that video that just went live. So I said, you know, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick live stream because their video was just an informational video for people who are going to be affected. Apparently, a lot of people are going to be affected by this these new rules. And to my surprise, that video I just put out, right? So the premiere video that just went live. I'm shocked that, first of all, I'm shocked that I don't know why there will be thumbs downs on an informational video, but it is. So this happens when you're in the YouTube space. You often wonder why people do certain things, but you don't harp on it too long. But that video just at the recording of this, or at the moment of this live stream, that previous video I did, that PSA I did from YouTube on the email that was sent out, immediately got people voting it down and people saying, oh, this is horrible, this is horrible. And so I said, you know, I actually want to take some phone calls because people don't normally get the chance to voice their opinion. I used to take phone calls back on my live streams in the past. If you guys have been rocking with me long enough, you know that I used to take live phone calls, and I'm going to open that platform up again tonight. Now, again, this won't be a long live stream, but I want to actually hear what you think about what's getting ready to happen or what's happening with YouTube. I want to read a comment, and I hope this guy comes in here. I'm going to read his comment, and I want you to listen to what he says here. And this person is going to get some shine, pretty much. I hope he comes in here. He goes by the name of John Crimes. And if John Crimes happens to watch this live, I really would love for him to call in. As a matter of fact, I'm going to reply to him. That will be great. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay, great, great. So, John, if you don't mind, I was about to read your comment from the previous premiere. If you don't mind, man, I just responded to you and told you to get over here on this live stream. This is actually live. That was a premiere video before. I want you to get on this live stream. If you don't mind, I would love for you to call in. I'll post the phone number, and I want to hear from you because your comment on that previous video makes a lot of sense. You fall into a category where you're probably actually trying to just present information, and you fall into the category if you're presenting a certain thing on YouTube, you're going to get with this demonetization rules. Now, YouTube is gonna actually, I don't know how they're going to put this in place. Again, that video was just a PSA, but I want to read his comment, and then I'm gonna open the phone lines, and I want him to call in if you want to. You don't have to, but I want to hear from everybody. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from everybody on this. So here's John's comment. If you weren't on the last premiere, here it is right here. John says, and I quote, "Well, I'm not happy, and this does affect me. I have a true crime channel that I put a tremendous amount of researching and editing videos. If you talk to some of these victims and families, especially on missing persons cases, if you hear their pain and how much they want channels like mine to report their cases, to give it alive and to keep it alive in hopes of new information arising to solve and find their loved ones, you can see how valuable these channels are. What I don't understand is there are a ton of advertisers that want their ads on our videos, from Mysterious Games to HNL Network channels. As a matter of fact, ID Network, to their other true crime and real television shows, have channels on YouTube, and their content is monetized. So what's the difference? Although this blow hurts, I'm doing this for the right reasons, so I'll continue to produce content without the ad revenue." So John, let me say this. I have never seen your channel before. And that email is very, very, very detailed in the sense that I think it's probably geared depending on what content you're putting out. Now, it could have been just a verbiage that I used that will make a person think, oh, snap, I'm probably going to get demonetized. I don't want you to feel like that. This is a situation more than likely, probably what YouTube is doing, and Google AdSense is more along the lines of people promoting violence. If you, in fact, do get demonetized on one video, two videos, or whatever, I don't think you will lose that battle. I think you will win that battle, because if you're, in fact, not promoting violence, you're just presenting information like the true crime shows, that probably is a different situation. I think Google AdSense is probably gearing this more towards people who are promoting violence, sexual conduct, just things that are just tearing down us as a people and community as a whole. If your channel is what you say it is, I don't think you're going to have a problem. And now, don't quote me on this. I'm just saying in general, I would think that, sorry for the focus hunting, I'm using a new setup. I'm actually, if you're just coming in, I'm actually testing the new dashboard that YouTube has in place. And what it does is it makes it easier on the creator. And if you haven't used it yet, I recommend you try it out. It's actually pretty cool. This makes it easier on the creator, and it's actually really cool. So if you're wondering about the focus hunting, I'm using the same stuff. It's just YouTube's dashboard is a little different setup. So I'm assuming that's what it is. So I'm going to get something over here on this other window here. Here we go. Okay, cool. This looks exactly how I thought it was going to look. The dashboard is weird from where I sit.
Here are some results from a search.
Yeah, be quiet, Google. All right, so I wanted to see how this looked on the dashboard side. It definitely looks different than what it shows that's something they'll have to work on. But John Crimes, it's weird. It's weird that you would be affected by this. I hope that you're not affected by this. I'm going to post my number in the chat, and folks, let John call in because I want to hear from him first, and then I'll hear from you guys. I want to hear your thoughts on this because I really want to know. I want to hear your voice. It's different than just you typing a message. And John's message, I was actually headed to the gym, man, and I said, man, this seems like a legitimate complaint, if you will, or concern from John. So, John, here's the number. I'm going to post it in the chat. This is my real phone number, so don't wear me out, folks. Don't be calling me in all times of the night. I keep this phone on vibrate, so because I have multiple phone numbers, so don't bother me. I'm just giving you a forewarning. This is for the live chat. Don't share my phone number. You know, be respectful. And I know I take a huge risk by putting my phone number out there, but call me up, John. There you go, John. Ring me up, John. I really want to hear your thoughts on this matter. I want to hear from you directly. And then I'll take calls from everybody else who wants to call in on this censorship. Because it is a form of censorship, but don't we want a positive form of censorship? All right, so this might be John. Let's see. I'm gonna put you on speaker, John. It's Jay Well. Turn your volume down on your device that you're listening on. But if you gotcha. Is this John?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on, D? What's going on, D?
You've spoken to me before, but I can't say my job is, but I live in Atlanta, man.
Yeah.
We talk about I work for a certain company.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I know who you are.
So I want to inform you, man, it's not me. It's the entire community of true crime from people like Lil Ray with 1.5 million subscribers, Daniel Holland with 350,000, Stephanie Harlow 140,000, John Lord 100,000. Our videos are demonetized as soon as they're posted.
Oh, so you're already affected.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so they're rolling it out, folks. I didn't know that. Whoa. Okay, go ahead.
Like a month or two.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so the problem someone like me who's, gaining traction and again, I speak to the victim, and you can see, like, you see a case on my page with, I just spoke with a lady by her mom was missing, her name was Diane, and it was just, it's heartbreaking. You hear these people and they cry and they get so happy that, oh my God, someone's taking an interest in my mom's case, and my sister's case, and they're so happy, but then it's not the demonetization, it's not the money. The thing that hurts the most is when your video is demonetized, they're not going to show it. They're not going to push your video. So everybody, all your subscribers are not even going to see it, let alone new people.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So this has been happening. Yeah, you're going, like, they talk about it a lot on Twitter. And the thing is, why do you have, like, there's a channel called True Crime Daily, which is basically they post the shows from, investigation, discovery. There's just normal shows. They're doing the same thing we're doing, but they're monetized. Like, what is the difference?
That's what you meant. Okay, I was trying to understand what you meant. I didn't know, because, folks, I just learned real time with you that they're already hitting these channels and demonetizing their videos. And something about your comment, man, it really drew me in. I was like, well, he's got a good point. He's not pushing violence. He's just trying to give the information. And like you said, now I understand what you're saying. You got other bigger TV shows that are doing it and they're getting paid. Why can't you?
The thing that YouTube forgets that TV is moving away. Like, this is going to be talking like in the TV and stuff online and stuff, but they're all kind of advertisers. They're not just the happy-go-lucky Disney advertisers. They're advertisers in true crime. Like, there's stuff that companies give us to promote. They may have a MURDER. I don't want to say it on the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I mean,
no, you good.
Like, they're forgetting the diversity
Yeah.
And they would prefer us, you know. So it's crazy. You know, I spend a lot of time, my free time. I'm a tech nerdy guy, you know.
Yeah.
So I just came home from camping. I get in the house. I'm like, I done missed 5 out of this shit. No 10 videos.
Yeah.
From a shake wheel. And I'm trying to get some on you, and I see that, you know, you posted the video. I literally just got in and I responded, and I was like, I know you because I follow you. I think the problem you're getting is that people don't know you. They don't know you.
Yeah.
You do. Well, so yeah. Like, it doesn't bother me that you don't want negative content. I know you don't watch you. I think the title of your video is going to fool people who don't know you.
Right.
They'll just preach us and they calm down.
Right. Right. So that's a straight real world from John himself. And what I mean, I literally was on the way out the door to the gym, and I said, you know what, this doesn't sit well with me because I didn't want to push out the wrong message. I didn't want people to think that I'm saying it should be censored for all. But ultimately, what I'm saying is, after John typed that comment, it really hit me like, whoa, you know, because there are people out there who really are genuinely trying to just give information. And his channel was affected. I had no idea that they were already demonetizing people, because I got that email about 2 weeks ago. And, you know, I actually read it, even though it technically doesn't really apply to me in a lot of areas. I was like, you know, I'm going to read this because I want to see what's new. And when I read it, I was happy that they're going to block out a lot of channels, but I did not take into consideration the channels like yours who are just pushing out information and actually trying to be helpful. So
yeah. The biggest thing just people, I want people to know that it's more than money in your bank account. And I give an example. I do interviews on my channel as well. I interviewed somebody in January that has 100,000 subscribers. It got a lot of views. A ton of views. 3 weeks ago, I interviewed somebody with 350,000 subscribers.
Wow.
He got 2,000 views because YouTube isn't pushing it, because my channel does. So I just did something too, since we're all tech nerds. Go in Best Buy, connect to Best Buy, public Wi-Fi. You know, they got the little free Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
My channel doesn't show. You can't see
it,
period. Yeah, your channel shows. I did. I was in there like a month ago. I'm just pulling up people I know. I'm even pulling up other true crime YouTubers. My channel doesn't pop up, period.
Wow. I had no idea. They sent that email. So what they did, it sounds like they started already changing the rules ahead of time and clearing out videos that they thought were, you know, not good for society, if you will. And a channel like yours got sucked into it, even though you're not like trying to push violence and things like that. So I wonder, have you tried to dispute, or what have you tried to do to let them know, hey, look, man, I'm just trying to get this information out here. I'm not pushing violence.
I don't want to say fan, but you know, I subscribe to people who love us. You know, I'm still small, but
no, you got almost 9,000 people. You're not small. You got almost 9,000 people now. That's a huge feat right there.
Thank you, man. It would have been more just that, like, not even all my subscribers. I had to go live and tell my subscribers to take the bell icon. But what's the next one right here?
What have you done have you tried to dispute anything, you know, to get your videos back up?
Okay, so disputing, and again, I'm friends with all the big people who have over 100,000 subscribers and stuff, right? So we talk all the time. So they will win 50% of the time, but they are so hard. Like, they you know, YouTube's not going to look at it until you get 1,000 views. Right. They're getting 1,000 views within the first 10 minutes or whatever. So whatever. But they're going to lose like a day. A lot of views, like 40,000 views. That's money.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, they'll still make money just less than what they would have. But when you're like me, you were budding, you were growing. Those 2 days that you're taking to review myself, I mean, the reviews will win. I'm winning my reviews. I say I win 40% of the time.
Yeah. That's strange that they're doing you like that, though.
I want to say this. It's not the ads that's important. It's not sharing your stuff to me is way more important, because if I got somebody nervous because their sister been missing for 15 years, and I pick up their case and we do all this research and I put that video out, and they're not showing family is all watching my video like it's about to be. To them, it's 2020. It's HLN. They're waiting. They want this to be the catalyst that sparked the nation to have a vested interest in their missing person. And it doesn't happen because YouTube won't share it because they deem the channel as a negative channel.
Right. Yeah.
So to me, that's more important than action.
This is an issue that I didn't think would affect channels like yours. So, John, I appreciate you calling in, man. I want to let some other people chime in. Good to hear from you again. I remember you, brother. When now that you started talking, I remember you. But I had to get your comment. Pretty much sparked this whole video, man. It was the inspiration for this live stream because I just did a premiere and I wasn't thinking about doing a live stream tonight. I got an appointment in the morning, so I gotta hit my gym tonight. And then I saw your comment, man. That's 100%. If you people who know me, I'm just keeping it all the way 100. That comment struck a nerve, and I was like, I gotta talk to him. I gotta hear a voice of a person. So I want to hear from my subscribers tonight, because a lot of people was like, oh, I don't want to be censored. It's not right that they're censoring us. But your comment in particular is on the borderline. You know what I'm saying? So you're not trying to promote violence. You know what I'm saying? But you're trying to get information out there, and I think you're going to come out on top in the end. Like real talk, I think you will, man. So I appreciate you calling in and taking time out of your day, your night, man.
Anytime, man. I'll be watching, man, for a little bit, man. So I appreciate that.
No doubt. I won't be long, man, because I do got to hit that gym. All right, brother. So yeah, man. I'm gonna leave the phone lines open because on that other premiere video that I just posted, it was a lot of people like, yo, I mean, I appreciate what they're doing, but they're censoring us. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take some phone calls open. I'll put my number in there. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you think about this, that them technically censoring you, if you will, even if, it could be a situation where with John, he wins in the end. And I hope that he does, because he makes a valid point on it just being a crime show. What's the difference between TV shows and everything? But I think YouTube has a problem. Like the video I just posted for Premiere, it got demonetized. Now, why would that video get demonetized? Is it because I'm giving the message? Or is it just it's not appropriate to tell people the truth? You got to ask yourself that, man. I'm not this political figure on YouTube. I run a tech channel. But when it's time to say something, it's time to say something. And I put the video out as to, hey, this is good news. I looked at it from a positive side. I'm tired of clicking on videos and you click one place over here, and it's a bunch of things that are extremely inappropriate. And like I said before, I don't like the fact that people can still type in the comment section very vulgar things, attacking people. And I respect the people who say, I don't want to be censored. They're censoring me. But what is it that you really want? What is it that you really want? Do you want a voice that you can just say whatever and just get away with it, if you will? Because there's a lot of comments where people are feeling like they're being shut off. You know what I'm saying? See comments over here. All right, so I want to read a comment from Titan Tech. You feel free to call in, man, if you want to. He says, I'm sorry, I understand it, but, videos from like The Rock, David Goggins, and CT and Fletcher is very motivational to me. They use cursing, but it's a positive way. Well, I would say I don't think profanity is positive anyway, but I understand what you're trying to say. I don't think they're going to demonetize a lot of videos with profanity, because remember, monetization, Google takes 55%, I believe, right now. 40, we get 55 and they take 45. So they're not going to shut off too many advertisements. They want to make money. And when you make money for them, that you're making them a lot of money. So I understand what you're saying in the sense of the bad language. I don't think they're going to demonetize people just for using a poor choice of words and not articulating in a respectful manner. People would say that profanity, there's nothing wrong with profanity. There's nothing wrong with profanity, and that it's not a poor choice of words. I beg to differ, though. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like And shout out to the people that are in here who are not getting side note, I've been having a lot of people say that they're not getting notifications for the videos. So YouTube, again, I don't know what's going on, man. I have no idea what's up. I don't know why it's not going out. I don't know. But the fact that some people feel so comfortable in typing out, I've never understood. I'm all about a person articulating. And one thing that plays a part in a person's life, there's too many things that go into the way a person speaks. I've said it before. I've said it a million times. I always say, just be mindful how you present yourself on YouTube. And you get a guy like John Crimes, and he's not even, he's not even trying to push anything bad out there. He's just trying to have a true crime show. So again, folks, I'm using YouTube's new platform. Side note, I'm using YouTube's new platform, and it's a new dashboard for live streams. So if it's bad, I'm looking at it in 1080p actually. So it looks really clear on the device that I'm testing it out on the side over here. So yeah. Anyway, another thing that Titan Tech is bringing in is racial and religious slander. That is something that some people would say, oh, freedom of speech. But what happens is, you get a situation. Okay, so on my channel in particular, I run a tech channel, right? There's no reason that I should have to go into my comments and hear or read people saying things like, you dumb MF, you dumb N-word, I can't stand Mexicans, I don't like Chinese, white people are this. I don't want to see any of that. And I don't push those things. This PSA video that I just pushed out came strictly from an email that Google sent out to creators, or Google AdSense. If you don't know what Google AdSense is, it's where you get paid. It's on the backside of you getting your bread from Google from the ads. So what's going on, Tech Swampy? Basically, to catch you up to speed, if you're just getting here, I just did a PSA premiere video. Basically, I recorded a video last night and I put it up today for premiere. And it's talking about the new way that Google AdSense is going to be taking care of people on their channels. Basically, you're not going to make any bread if your channel is falling under these categories of vulgarness or, promoting violence, sex, drugs. There's a ton of people that will get demonetized. And so as I put the video out, I was reading the comments because I hang around in the comments every now and then after videos. And I saw John Crimes. Now, John Crimes is in this video live stream right now. And he just called in and I wanted to hear from him. Oh, okay. My bad, Titan Tech. But yeah, I wanted to hear from him because his comment struck a nerve, because I was like, wow, he's basically saying, I don't promote violence, I'm just reporting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to push bad things upon YouTube. But in fact, YouTube is strange like that. Like I said, I just did that PSA video, right? It got demonetized immediately. Why did that video get demonetized? Phone calls are open, folks. The phone lines are open tonight, man, because I want to hear from you. If in fact if you're a creator, you're definitely affected by this. If you put out content and they're already demonetizing people, according to John Crimes, who was just on the call, they're already demonetizing people. They're just shutting him down. And he made some valid points. He said, hey, I'm not even a channel that is pushing the violence. I'm just reporting and trying to help people get their murders solved for the families, and things like that. So phone calls are open. I want to hear from you guys that have a voice, man. I want to hear from you. If in fact you want to call in, numbers right there in the chat. Call in if you want to, because I want to hear from you. I want to know what you think about this quote unquote censorship, because there's a comment in here from another gentleman, and I want to read his comment. And he's SDMF Anthony. Now, I don't know if he's here or not, but I want to read his comment. And his comment says, sounds like a slippery slope to censorship. Let me take this call real quick. What's going on? You live with Jay Will, man. Make sure you mute the device that you're watching on. Who we got on the phone?
Hey, this is E-Man.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Yeah, man, I'm on a channel, I'm a truth channel, I'm talking about artificial intelligence and all of that other stuff. And they've been demonetizing, taking my subscribers. I even did a promotion where I paid for promotion, where you can get your channel on different platforms.
Right.
And I'm up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I see I gained 50 or 60 subscribers. And in about 2 hours later, they take them all back.
Wow.
They take every one of them back. And it's all about, that's why, you got these situations about fake news and all that.
Right.
And they don't want the truth to go out what's really going on. It's more, it ain't just about violence and all of that. They're trying to push the truth out. They don't want the truth to get out of what's going on with this artificial intelligence and these algorithms that's getting smarter and smarter.
Right.
And so, I think that's what that's about, because what will be the purpose of them taking all of my subscribers at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
And I'm paying for promotion on Facebook or stuff like that. And the people saying, well, I just subscribe to you, and they take them all away.
Wow.
Like they try to shut the door down so that, you don't get any foothold on YouTube.
Right. So do you feel like as the creator that you are, do you feel like this is a bad thing or a good thing?
Well, it depends on what their purpose is. Now, I don't go for that. Like I said, I'm a black man too, and I don't like that racial and all of that other stuff. But see, they can use that as an excuse. Like you say, you got a video that got demonetized for nothing.
Yeah.
And see, so if they not following their own protocol, it's just doing whatever they want to do.
Right.
And it's not really following the protocol. They put that stuff out there so they can make you feel comfortable, but their agenda is different. Meaning, while we playing checkers, they playing chess.
Right. And I play chess. I've been done playing checkers. You already know.
And so they're the situation that's happening with these AI algorithms and all of that, it's getting worse. It's speeding up. A whole lot of stuff is speeding up, and people are talking against it, and so they want to shut that down.
Right.
And so they've been shutting this down for ever since the United States, the internet went over to the EU.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I knew that this was coming next, because if you're giving the EU power on the internet, that certain countries can't have certain things, and they always tell people what they can say and what they can't say.
Right.
And this is just along that parallel road.
Right.
But I thank you for taking my call.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. I want to hear from y'all, man. I want to hear from y'all because it's important to. You can put out videos all day, but a topic like this, I actually didn't think it would affect. I didn't even know it was already in the background, already in place. You know what I'm saying? So I just got the email 2 weeks ago, and I said, I need to put out a video on this to let people know, because this is exciting news to me. But then after hearing John, I was like, whoa, he kind of got affected, and he's not even trying to be that way. You know what I'm saying? And you getting affected, you're not really trying to push it that way. Yeah. So yeah.
I'm just like you said, I'm just trying to make people aware of what's around them. Anytime you have Elon Musk and you have all of these billionaires talking about these situations, and they're not shutting them down.
Right.
But they shut a little person like me down because I don't have no clout.
Right.
I'm bringing the same information out, and they don't, and a lot of people may not gravitate to him, and so they rather shut me and my little stuff down. So I ain't got no 2-3 million subscribers or 100,000 subscribers, you know. But I probably should have had, because when I did that test, you know, I got like literally 50 subscribers in less than an hour. And then the next hour, them same 50, I was on the dashboard looking at them, and they just kept on dropping off the next hour.
Wow. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, so there's a reason why they're doing it. It's what they call it. Somebody said it's something to their madness.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
You know,
There's always something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about.
That's it.
Yep.
So thank you, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
For taking my call, man.
No doubt. You have a good day, man. I'll see you back in the stream. All right, so the phone calls are ringing off the hook. Keep calling in, guys. I'm gonna take your call as I get them in the order. But let me finish reading this comment, and then I'll take the next call. So there was a call coming in, looks like from Philly. Call back. I'll hook you up. So anyway, SDMF Anthony says, sounds like a slippery slope to censorship to me, although no one I support promotes rape, pedophiles, and violence. So there has to be a way for us to maintain some level of community, if you will. Because when you think about this, I'm a tech channel, but I still have to deal with a whole bunch of things that's going on YouTube. I'm not dismissed from all the nasty things that go on YouTube. I can ignore it, but hey, I didn't send that email to myself. And so again, I looked at this as a positive light, not really realizing, I realized like, whoa, there's going to be some people affected by this that, you know, are really not that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to know that YouTube is doing something, but like the two people who have called in so far, they're basically saying, wait a minute, I'm not doing these things, but these other bigger people are doing it, and they're pretty much getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22. Phone lines are open now, man. Give me a call up. If you don't get through right now, just keep in. But yeah, man, I'm totally surprised that the people who say that they don't want this to happen. That's the shocker to me. That's a shocker to me because we're all from different generations, you know what I'm saying? And you get this sense of, oh, let me take this call. This is Philly calling back. What's going on, Shaman Jay? You live. Hear me on this live chat right now. Turn the volume down on the device you're speaking on. Who is this?
This is Philly. What's up, Eagles? What's up?
What's going on, man? Jersey up in here, Philly in the house.
Technology's here. I only want to say one thing quick.
Yeah.
Pretty much with YouTube, Hollywood will say space back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's all it is. They want their space back, and the reason why they want their space back, they've been giving Will Smith or all the others play hasn't been demonetized. But the regular person, the YouTube creators, they're the ones that they're messing around with and screwing with, and they keep on demonetizing and messing with their channels. Just happened to two folks just got a channel back recently, and it's a whole bunch of different stuff with it too. You know, it's another thing that's different about it too.
Yeah.
The trolls can come in and make up fake statements on your channel and mess your channel up. And you got to go prove yourself and try to challenge it. Or you got somebody behind YouTube who knows somebody to mess your channel up. Or here's the deal. They want to control us. And that's all they want to do. Is control us.
That's correct.
I mean, I talked to a lot of big people in New York in different places who talk to big high people, and I got broke down with the truth behind this. That's the bottom line. So
how you feel about, real quick before you get out of here, I know you say you keep it short, but how you feel about what if they decide, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to allow people to use profanity, we're just going to cut it all down? What do you think about that?
I don't think it's fair. I think they need to give a person a chance.
Right.
And I think they be biased with other people's channels. They let some other people's channels go, and if there's somebody behind the scenes of YouTube that don't like you, they're going to mess with you.
Yep. Totally agree.
Right in their office too.
Totally agree.
That's all I want to say about that. That's all. I'm out.
All right, bro. Appreciate you calling in, dude.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's 267, man. You know who he is. That cat he rocks with all of us tech reviewers and stuff like that, man. Phone lines open, man. I'm curious to see. Okay, now here's a creator that I want to hear from. Phone lines are open right now. This is kind of a sensitive subject, you know what I'm saying? So if you're just joining in, here's what happened. I got an email 2 weeks ago from Google AdSense. Technically, T is in the house. I got an email from Google AdSense, right? And it basically explained how they're going to start demonetizing people who are just promoting all the wrong things on YouTube. Sex, drugs, murder, all this other stuff. If you're a creator, you should have gotten this email. You should have gotten it, because this is something that I looked at as in a positive light because of the things that I go through on YouTube as a creator over here. You know what I'm saying? So and then when I saw the comments on that premiere video I just did, I thought, man, so T says he didn't get this email. That's strange. So basically, Google AdSense sent out an email saying, yo, we getting ready to stop. We're going to demonetize and stop letting ad revenue. Basically, people are not going to be able to get paid for the videos if they're promoting drugs, sex, murder, any kind of illegal activities. They're not going to get monetized. And turns out this is affecting people who are not so much promoting it. And so for those that just got here, we had 267 on the line. We had another creator on the line. We had John Crimes on the line. The first two callers, man, they are immediately affected by this, and they're getting demonetized and losing subscribers because their channels are about Crime Stoppers and things like that, trying to solve murders and crimes. And so they got demonetized. And John said he's been getting demonetized for the last 2 months. Now, maybe you haven't gotten this email technically, T, yet, because you don't really fall so much into that category, or their lip is going out in different waves or something like that. But I can tell you that it is going out and other people are getting this email. And I got the email and I thought, this doesn't really apply to me, but I'm going to let the people know this is what's getting ready to come down the pipeline, and people are going to start getting demonetized. Yeah. So, yeah, the email went out a couple of weeks ago, and it outlined email. It's a detailed email where it tells you we're going to, at Google AdSense, we're going to stop promoting this stuff. You can put your video out there, but you're not going to make any money off of it. That's ultimately what the email says. If you read it the way it's supposed to be read, you're not going to get paid for this video. It turns out they're already doing it. They're already demonetizing people out there for having content for which they feel is not appropriate. Now, if you're just joining in, I'm using YouTube's. I don't know if everyone has this option available. If the stream is not the best, blame YouTube, bro, because I'm using YouTube's new platform for live streams, and you should be able. They're now allowing us to stream directly in 1080p, so you should be able to view this in at least 1080p. I saw some people saying that they're getting it in 144p, but yeah. Hopefully the stream is looking decent. Again, I'm trying out YouTube's new platform. So I got a call coming in. I'm going to take this call. Phone lines are open, folks. Let's get it going. Yo, what's going on, Shaman J? You live with me on this episode. It's YouTube on some crazy stuff for censorship. Who we got on the phone?
How you doing, man? My name is Alex. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
That's what's up.
How you doing, man? I just want to ask a quick question.
Yeah.
So according to your information, you said people are getting demonetized just basically if they're posting about like sex, drugs, something illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, why don't they just take the video down? Why are they just demonetizing? That's the real question.
That's a good question. I totally agree with that. That's something, and I'm sure the creators, that's a good, you know what? That's a legitimate statement. That's a legitimate statement.
I'm just thinking logically, man. It
Yeah.
does not make sense.
But what they're trying to do is they would rather hit the person's pockets instead of just giving them a slap on the hand.
So it's money motivated. That's what I think it is, man.
Yeah.
It's to cut down costs, man. That's it.
You think that if they, what do you think it would be like if they actually did it like that, though? What if they said, we're not going to take your money, we're going to slap you on the hand? How many people would actually shape up?
I mean, yeah, I think that'll work. Other than actually, because, you know, people can make websites and make their own ads and make revenue on their private websites, although using YouTube as a little advertising, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as actually posting it and making revenue off ads, yeah, man, it just does not make sense.
Yeah, because and if you're a creator or if you're not a creator, here's what they'll do to you. This is this is what can happen. They can demonetize you, but they'll still put ads on your video. I've had that happen 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But
well, man, it's something to think about. Take the video down or actually demonetize it. It does not make sense. So just want to put that out there to the conversation, man. Thank you so much. I've been watching your videos since it started, bro.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support.
All right.
Yeah, no doubt. And he makes a compelling point, man. He actually makes a good point. Why did they demonetize people instead of just taking that one particular video? I think what happens is they might have done it that way because, hey, what's up, Toll Tech, man? I'll catch you up to speed, man. And I don't know if you got it, but technically T said he didn't get it. But the gentleman right there on the phone call, he makes a compelling point. He makes a legitimate point. Why not just take the videos down? Here's what I would say. I think they don't want to do that because that's like a slap on the hand, and then that's more work for them. They're saying we're just going to tag it with all these phrases and we'll demonetize you from the jump. So if you're just coming in, what's up? Technical T just came in too. Total Tech just came in. What happened is a couple of weeks ago, I got an email talking about the new changes in censorship, pretty much that Google AdSense is doing. And what they're going to do is if you promote any sex, drugs, violence, anything like that, you're getting demonetized. And turns out they are already doing it. Now, technically, T said he didn't get the email. I got the email a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know what's going to unlock custom droid. So if you're just coming in, you know, it's YouTube is changing the rules on who can get paid. I'm just saying it in a way that if we were sitting in front of each other talking, you would understand. You're not going to get paid if you promote drugs, violence, and all this other stuff. That's not going to. What's up, wifey in the building? She ain't been in none of my streams in a long time. What's up, babe? So YouTube is basically saying, we're not going to pay you unless you get yourself straight. So if you promote drugs, sex, murder, homosexuality, whatever, anything that they consider is inappropriate, they're not gonna monetize your footage. And it turns out, that there's people out there like, so if you're just coming in, you didn't hear the call from John Crimes and the other gentleman. I've taken up a few calls, but the first two calls that came in, yo, let me tell you something. Those people are affected, even though they're not trying to, you know, promote violence. So phone calls are open, man. Ring me up. I want to hear from you. This stream is about you because creators and non-creators are affected by this. So, you know, how do you feel about YouTube taking this plunge? And apparently they've already been doing it. Caller on the phone here from Atlanta, GA. What's good? What's good? Turn your volume down on the device you're listening on. What's good? Who I got on the phone?
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Jay Wills, man, this Unlock Custom Droid.
What's up, man? What's going on? What's going on? So, did you get the email? First of all, did you get the email?
No, sir.
You didn't get it.
But you know, you make an interesting point because this morning I seen a article about that, and I didn't know if the article, like the article, didn't really go into great detail exactly what they're going to be doing. The only thing the article said is YouTube is going to be changing in the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm like,
oh,
what?
Wow. I didn't see that.
Because I usually, because I know a lot of people, and I'm guilty of this, a lot of people, what they do is they'll swipe to the right if they got a Pixel or whatever, and you know people use the Google News feed. Yeah. But see, me, I use Opera.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
You use an Opera, man? Oh, man.
Yeah, Opera will pull up news articles from all over the United States, but I seen the article and it was from a strange website. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Maybe this is just a hoax or a prank or whatever. But when I was filming, because right now what I'm doing is I'm waiting to get off of work. I'm filming both the Pixel and the Pixel XL and the Pixel 2 XL. I'm trying to film them at the exact same time, getting the Android 10 update, and I'm also going to do the Essential as well. Yeah. But when I was filming that, I seen your video pop up, and I'm like, what? And I stopped for a minute. I'm like, oh, something's not right. Yep. Something's not right.
Something is wrong.
But what I do want to say here, I just want to chime in, and I'm going to let you take over.
Yeah.
Is that from what I've been doing now, I've been carefully watching over everything that I post. So I've been telling a lot of people, that I'm associated with in the tech community, a lot of people that's, not higher, but a little bit probably a little bit over than me.
Yeah.
I say the best thing to do is to find music that is straight copywritten free.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm really going to change up my style, because that Essential video that I did, I used footage from the actual date that they dropped the Essential phone.
Yeah.
But I went back and I heavily altered it. Like, I made it black and white. I put the effects on there to make it look like 1982 TV. I changed everything that I could, to try to not get hit with any type of strikes or whatever.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do from now on is I'm just going to switch it up. I'm just going to find a way to try to keep that from affecting me. But that right there, man, that is crazy.
How do you feel about that? Like, I got you. How do you feel about? You think they're wrong for trying to weed out all these people who just promoting all this nasty stuff that it just shouldn't be glorified? We all know that you've heard the term sex sells, and people will look at all of this stuff before they'll see a little kid in their hair blown off. Oh, I got to see that. That type of stuff is all over YouTube, and if people will tons of watch that. Do you think this is the right approach for them to take from trying to clean it up? Like the last call, the caller said he made a good point. Just delete the video. But if they do that, will they work harder? Or how do you feel about the whole way they're doing things?
Me personally, I think that YouTube should do what all of the major networks did around the time when the censors was, because the FCC back in the mid-2000s, I know you remember this.
Yeah.
They had it was a very big debacle with the whole situation with Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake.
Yep.
So when people, they need to sit down, YouTube need to sit down and they need to have a meeting, and they need to just say, hey, look, we got people that make videos from across the spectrum on our platform. So we need to have it to where, these videos can still make it through and not have any issues, because at the end of the day here, you have people who make, like, for example, I know there's a lot of tech people out there. You got people who take technology videos with a comedic approach.
Yep.
You got people that take technology videos with a scientific approach.
Yep.
You have people who do technology videos that they do a lot of crazy stuff. Like, I can't remember the guy's name. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's everywhere, but the guy who destroyed the iPhones, I can't think
of his name. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. That's all he does. Like, every single video from day one of me watching his video, he'll sit there and he'll destroy an iPhone. Like, he'll throw an iPhone in the microwave, or he'll throw an iPhone. Like, I remember one video, he threw an iPhone in the volcano, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Wow.
But he'll just do that, and then you got people who, like, the ones that really kill me, and my wife, she laughs at me every time I watch them, it's these guys who make these YouTube videos where it's completely quiet and all you see is their hands.
Yeah, dude, man. He got like 8 million subscribers or something like that.
You know what? I like his videos because he doesn't just do tech. He does tech.
Yeah.
But he steps out of there. He steps out of the realm of phones and tablets and laptops. He'll unbox like a limited edition PS4.
Yeah.
Or he'll unbox a limited edition version of Fortnite or whatever.
Right.
But he's very good. But see, he keeps it to where you don't know where he's from. You don't know what he sounds like.
Yep.
For a while, I thought it was a woman.
Yep.
But it's actually a dude.
Yep.
But, you got people who do that, but it's like they really need to sit down and they need to have a meeting and they need to come up with a very, very reasonable cause on why they should demonetize certain videos. Now, I can 100% agree. There are some creepy, low-key, dark videos on YouTube.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure they've weeded them out by now, but it's like,
I mean, what do you say to a person telling you, okay, so what do you say to a person telling you, oh, you sound like promoting pedophiles and you sound like you're promoting free speech of things that are actually not for the community? What do you say to a person that tells you that? Because someone told me that. I'm like, whoa, I'm not trying to promote violence. And how could I be promoting these negative things like child pornography and stuff like that? Why would I want to promote that?
Well, you know what, Jay Wills, I'll tell you this.
the machine learning systems that they have at YouTube, like a lot of people don't know, YouTube is run by humans, of course, but the machines basically go through each and every part of everybody's channel.
Right.
They scan every single detail of your channel. So I don't understand why you got hit with that, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't have anything. Well, I think they were thinking more along the lines of. They were kind of shocked that I'm happy that YouTube has this rule in place. This is okay. So I just did. If you don't know, I just did a PSA premiere video, and I premiered it tonight, even though I recorded it last night. And that video, within the first few minutes, has over 1,000. About 20, 30 minutes. It's got 1,000 views or more and tons of comments, because I think people are. I'm happy that they're doing this, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I didn't realize that it was affecting a group of people who actually are trying to do something positive with the material. You know what I'm saying? There are, like John and the other guy, they're really doing something because they run a crime channel. But in the tech space, you know that there's a lot of vulgar things. There are people that do tech that are extremely vulgar, just vulgar for no reason. Like, it has nothing to do with tech. But the reality is, that's who they are in their real world. That's who they are as a person. So you can't turn certain things on and off. You can put on a show, but you can't turn off your personality like that. It's going to come out eventually. You see what I'm saying?
And I think even people, like, even because language is one thing. You know, language is one thing, and you know what you're doing in the video is another.
Yep.
But you know, I don't think somebody should get, you know, their videos removed or taken down if they said the F-bomb like 3 times.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to do that, though. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to go that far, even though that email is very detailed. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing for the stream. If you have not gotten that email, I'll read some of the things that came through on it. You know what I'm saying? I'll read some of the things that came through on it to catch you up to speed. But this email went out a couple of weeks. I got it a couple of weeks ago. But apparently they've been demonetizing people for the last couple of months. And I didn't know this. I mean, because I'm not affected by it. But
They demonetized 2 phones a couple of, like
did they?
I think it was like 5 days ago.
Really?
And his video got demonetized on basically I can't even understand why they demonetized it. So 2 phones made a video 3 years ago explaining how to download YouTube videos off of YouTube Red. Now YouTube, I already know you know about it, but there's probably a lot of people on the stream right now that don't know. But if you have YouTube Premium, because I have Premium, if you are a person like me, because I have my sons that are in the room. So when me and my wife is at work, say for instance, if our internet services go down, I have 20 songs on my son's backup phone that play on the constant loop, just in case the internet goes down.
Got you.
That's a precautionary measure that I put in place.
Got you.
He basically got his video removed because he was explaining how to do that. And basically all good words.
Well, see, here's the thing. The thing about that is that might have been a conflict of interest. That's like taking the developer's APK and giving it to everybody. You see what I'm saying? If it's not an option, and I'm not trying to hate on 2 phones. I know who he is. Shout out to 2 phones. But they might have looked at that as, okay, so the real question for you is, and everybody in the stream, because I canceled my subscription to the Prime thing. Is it an option that you can do for free? Is it something that's readily available to people? Is this something he had to hack the system to do?
No. It's something that you would have to have unless you have Red.
Oh, okay. So if you don't have Red, he was showing.
No, if you don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you don't have YouTube Red, you're not going to be able to do it.
Gotcha.
But here's the thing, Jay Will. I'm going to tell you exactly how. This is exactly why I believe him and me and a couple other people. We believe that the reason why his video got taken down wasn't because of the whole, explaining of the whole entirety of the video. His video got taken down because his example that he used in the video was MKHB.
Oh, wow. So so basically, MKBHD is a big name, and if you use him, you're gonna make a lot of money probably, because people probably felt like he tricked us. That's probably what happened. What happened.
Yeah. So that's what me, 2 phones, and a couple other people believe. We believe that because of the fact that it was an example video of MKHB, that's one of the reasons why they gave him the copyright strike.
Got you.
you know.
Now, do you know by chance if it was a copyright? You know, there's several kinds. There's the kind where you get to keep the video up, but you got to give me half of your revenue. Was it that kind, or was it the kind that you take it all away?
No, it was the one where he told me to immediately take it down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But like I said, Jay Will, it was 3 years ago.
Wow.
Like it was 3 years ago, like around the time when YouTube Premium was just now getting its shine.
Right.
You know, I can understand if it was like say for instance, if two phones were saying, hey, I'm showing you guys how to download this video without using YouTube Red. But he didn't even do that. I mean, he was going by the guidelines. He was going by the necessary channels with YouTube Premium. And he was saying, hey, this is how you do this. If you were to, you know, have this incident happen, or if this was to go on, and you can watch a video that you know, because, I mean, I got my videos backed up because I edit them and I put them up. But, you know, sometimes you might want to keep a certain video just for personal reference. And you might want to just download it so it's perfect for YouTube, you know, Premium. I mean, YouTube Red. But, you know, it's just, I don't know.
So I got a question, but before you get out of here, I got a question for you. And I'll answer wholeheartedly, or just don't answer. You don't have to answer. Do you think censorship is whack?
To a degree.
To a degree.
To a degree.
Okay.
I believe, like, I'm all for, like I said, I'm all for getting rid of the unnecessary videos that plague YouTube. Like, people making videos that are, you know, that has, I mean, because I was raised that if you are going to do something, you need to gain knowledge from it.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm watching, like, that's the whole purpose of YouTube. Like, I've been on YouTube since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole purpose was, in the beginning, was to learn. Because, you know, my teacher, when I was in high school, he was like, hey, look, you know, you guys should check out YouTube. If you're having a math problem or if you're having any type of problem, you can go on YouTube. This is way back then.
Right.
And look where we are now. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a guy on there right now that's teaching you math, but he's probably teaching you math underwater.
Oh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, man, I appreciate your call, man. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for chiming in on this topic. And apparently, this is going to be something that is affecting more people than I thought. I didn't think it was going to be this serious.
I mean, I seen it earlier, and I was like, oh, yeah, I got to chime in.
Wow. Yeah, no doubt, B. Well, hang around in the chat for a little while, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to the gym yet.
I got about 30 minutes left for work.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, brother. Okay.
All right, then.
Peace. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
All right.
What's going on? What's your man, Jay? Turn the volume down on the device you're listening on. Who we got on the line?
TK.
What's up, man? You didn't get the email, I see.
Yeah. So, you know me, I don't really be paying attention to no emails. So I literally just went and looked in my box, and not only are they doing it for YouTube, but I got it from my AdMob accounts too. So I got
really?
apps in Google Play. They're doing the same thing for apps as they doing for YouTube.
What apps can be vulgar? I guess I don't dibble and dabble in that part of the app store, but
it's funny. I was just looking this up, and I guess there's a couple things on Kotaku and other stuff where like Acclaim, which I believe they're the ones that own Mortal Kombat. Some of these games where people are ripping out spines and shit, that might be a rap.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, but that's vulgar. That's inappropriate, because here the thing is, I think all the creators, I want you to get on your phone or give them a different device. Go into your. I'm gonna walk you through this right now. I know all of y'all creators got multiple devices, so go into the studio. The creator, the YouTube Studio app. Go into analytics and go down to audience, and then click on the center one that says age. 3.4% of the people that watch me are 13 to 17, man. And 18 to 24 is 24%. That's a vulnerable age right there. And some people don't care about that. Oh, Jay, you too political. I ain't political. I'm just keeping it 100. Young people watch, man. And if not you, but if people put on their channels of somebody's spine getting broken, what if that child jumps off the roof and say, oh my God, you know, whatever's in that video, you know what I'm saying? We don't know how it's going to affect people. I got 3.4% of 13-year-olds watching me. That's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's not right. How do you feel about the censorship, though? You think it's whack? Like Joshua in the comments said it's whack.
There's a fine line, right? So I can agree with them protecting kids,
I can, and I know where this is coming from. This is a larger thing with Google. This is not just about people using the F word.
Yeah.
You know, doing some of the stuff I used to do in strip clubs, which those videos are still monetized.
Oh my gosh.
So,
yeah.
Like, but I'm just saying, like, doing people that used to do real wild stuff on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just us in the tech community. You got the Paul brothers and everything.
Oh man, them dudes. I used to watch them, but they got crazy, man. They got crazy.
Too crazy.
I couldn't do it.
Too crazy. Now they're doing dumb stuff. You know, playing cops with Patty Mayo and all the rest of this dumb stuff they're doing now. It's like, I don't even want to hear these dudes no more. So to see what I mean, there's a fine line, but I think it's more about YouTube changing the algorithm because YouTube kind of got exposed in the last election. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where the other side, you know, the other party, and not just the other party, but the other countries, were using their algorithm against them, right?
Yep.
And now look what we're dealing with. So I think now they're going, you know, what did they say? And then they just had a big expose on it. They had that YouTube employee that came out and was like, yeah, you know, they're changing the algorithm so that it's algorithmic fairness or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is all tied into the same thing. So while I'm not a big proponent of censorship, I can also understand that and I don't have children, but if I had a kid, I don't want my kid seeing Black China doing something wild on the cell phone that I need to give my child.
Now I know you've clicked on YouTube to watch a video about a watch, and then 20 videos later, you see somebody in the animals' woods having sex. Haven't you been? You're like, how did I get here? Like, you click on something, like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, like last night, I'm really laying in bed and I'm watching this dude is sailing from LA to Hawaii, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a boat. And I watched that video for like 30 minutes. Watched the whole thing. It was like a cool little documentary video, right? Watch the next one. These guys are going from like wherever through the Panama. I think they were going from like Fort Lauderdale to Tahiti, so they had to go through the Panama Canal. And then like the fourth video in, I'm in the rainforest and there's boobs everywhere, and I'm going like, yo, how did this happen? I don't even know how I got here. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to read a comment to TK, and I want to read a comment. This comment just posted while you was on the phone, TK, and I want to hear your response to this. And the people in the chat, I'm not trying to put nobody on blast, but I'm gonna go ahead and say the person's name. Just keeping it 100. This just posted since you got on the phone. So this person, Robert Reyes, says, now this is on my other video where I just made the PSA. All I did was put the information out there. Robert Reyes says, you just lost a sub. I'm quoting this right from the comment. You just lost a sub. There's nothing wrong with the Second Amendment. Now, remember, we were talking about this at the beginning of the stream. There's nothing wrong with the Second Amendment. There's nothing wrong with freedom of speech. YouTube is owned by big government. Before you know it, the tech game will be affected, and one day you will recommend the wrong product and bye Jay Williams. Then you'll be making the opposite video. So this person is making this comment on my PSA video. How do you feel about? I knew someone would start throwing the Second Amendment, freedom of speech, all stuff. How you feel about that comment?
So here's my question. What? And here's the thing. I'm a gun guy, right? A lot of people don't know that, but I carry a lot of straps. Big straps, semi-automatic straps, little straps, big straps. I don't discriminate. I like all the straps.
Oh man.
What else does the Second Amendment have to do about YouTube demonetizing doing wild stuff that could offend kids?
I don't know, man.
That don't make no sense.
I don't. Maybe he's obviously a person. And again, Robert, if you want to call in and be my guest, but I don't understand this comment. He's like, you just lost the sub. What the heck does that have to do with anything? I'm just putting out the information.
You know what I know how I get down, Jay.
I know.
I would say something real slick. I'm not gonna say it now. I just go, you know, like I did today. I posted on Instagram. Somebody said like, "I'm gonna come back and laugh later." I was like, "No, you won't."
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm out here like Matumbo. I'm out here blocking Matumbo. I ain't got time for it no more.
I don't understand it, man.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Like, okay, you want to unsub? There's a little.
I guess, man. The fact that he took time to bring up the Second Amendment.
Because when you unsub, there'll be 15 to 20 new people in the next 30 minutes that's going to sub.
Exactly.
So I appreciate it. Catch you later.
I appreciate people subbing and unsubbing. That doesn't really affect me. But the reality is, this person is affected by this because that person might want to promote drugs, murder, sex, all these things that YouTube is blocking for demonetization. The weird part is, in that PSA email, all it talks about is the people that they're going to do this to. So how does that affect? I don't understand this person's comment. I don't even know where that goes. Maybe that person is mad at the world. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't understand it. But people bring up the Second Amendment. What the heck? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, so immediately I already know where their persuasion is politically. And here's the thing. Like, I'm a liberal dude, but just don't mess with my guns, right?
Yeah.
So for me, like, the minute you come into a conversation and we're talking about censorship, right? We're talking about maybe a First Amendment issue.
Yeah.
What the hell is the Second Amendment? I mean, if we're going to go there, then we can start talking about the Fifth, the Fourth, like
for sure.
I mean, we're not talking about any of that. We're talking about the First Amendment. Why are you jumping out the window and talking about guns?
Man,
that's here talking about no damn guns.
That's crazy, B. I mean, I keep the Constitution.
Guns, though, YouTube has the amount of every video, even the ones I did like back in those when they had the rated R stuff back in the day. I don't know if you ever saw that kid's channel where he used to like how many bullets can a bullet go through?
I think I've seen that back in the. But I mean, is that not promoting violence though?
It is to an extent. I could get where, like it's not just that. Like even Mr. Beast, this little young kid up here in North Carolina, this little young kid did a thing where it was like, can a bullet stop 10,000 magnets? And it's like I don't even know what kind of round they fired.
Yeah.
But it's like a wall of magnets to see if the bullet would go past the wall or whether the wall would catch it.
Wow.
But he's like YouTube's new PewDiePie.
That dude right there. No shade towards his PewDiePie dude, man, but his channel, I don't even his content.
Did you just call him? Did you call him PewDiePie?
Well, what's his name? What's his name? What's? Oh man, my bad. My bad, man. My bad. Yo, no shade, man. No shade for real. I don't got no love for the critter though, because we from different generations, B. So I don't know what this cat be talking. I don't watch him. You know what I'm saying? But the dude is. I clicked on it because I wanted to see what everybody was hyped about. Everybody was so hyped about this cat, so I clicked on it, and I wasn't impressed, so I clicked off. Yeah, I clicked off.
It flips up. Like the dude can say, and I have no problem with PewDiePie, but you can say you're not. I put a video, I think, on a channel roasting him.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like,
he's not exempt. I heard about that, B. I heard about that.
Like, you then can't come out and say, "Oh, I'm really not racist." Or use something. That's not something that you just throw around and think like that's cool.
Yeah.
You didn't use an A. You hit that with a hard ER. Like, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I think a lot of content creators probably have not gotten that email from Google AdSense. For those that are just coming on, Google AdSense basically this is how you get your money from YouTube. And if you can't monetize your videos, you don't get paid, and your video goes to crap. And John Crimes, who came on at the beginning of the stream, they don't even publish his videos to the world, even though he has like a Crime Stopper channel. He's got about 9,000 subs, and he's helping people solve murders, and he's not promoting violence, but he still got demonetized. Right. And he said, it's not just about the money. It's the principle of the matter that the bigger crime shows get to do it, and he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Millions of subs, they get to stay monetized, and his videos don't come up, which is wrong. So you tell me about the Second Amendment and that part, John Ray. That's the First Amendment. Yeah, come on, that's weird.
It's crazy. It's a bunch of people too, though. I mean, I've seen people you have a lot of these. There's a lot of channels that just got hit here recently. There's a dude, and I don't agree with everything that he publishes, but there's a guy called High Impact Flicks.
Mm-hmm.
He's had his whole channel taken down over the Las Vegas crap a couple years ago.
Wow.
But he sued in court and got it back, but he's demonetized now. They've taken off all monetization on his videos.
Wow.
Because he's like a low budget Alex Jones.
Oh, gotcha.
And you got the other people that are doing, like the guy, Think Like a Cop. I think he's like a retired cop. Goes over body cam footage, demonetized. He can't get any more revenue.
Wow.
And then even regular good guys who are just talking about the job or doing whatever they're doing, like Officer 401 in Georgia.
Yeah.
Gone, done.
I mean, I got demonetized right before this stream, TK. The premiere video I just put out, they demonetized. All I did was do a PSA about the email I got, and when the premiere video stopped, it demonetized immediately and said it's not appropriate for viewers. I don't understand that.
See, they're doing that, this is a tool for YouTube too, because here's what a lot of people don't know: when they demonetize your video, it is not shared. The algorithm does not pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
The view count is massively lower.
Yep.
So this is, if you're talking about a subject that YouTube doesn't like, oh yeah, no, you can publish whatever you want, but here's this demonetization. You publish whatever you want. You
yeah.
Get paid.
Yeah. They took that video and said it wasn't appropriate, and I'm just like, wow. And I did go in there immediately and say, hey, review this, because it shot over 1,000 views quickly. You know what I'm saying? So I put in there for review. Hey, it's just a discussion video. It says PSA, YouTube is changing some rules on getting paid. That's all it says. And I'm surprised, that video got demonetized so quickly. It's nothing but just a public announcement. That's all. And if it never gets monetized, I won't be surprised. It just, even this stream, I'm one of the few people that I don't take down my live streams because I want the replay crew to catch up. So I'm going to leave this stream up, and you know what? This stream will probably get demonetized too, because the title of this stream is "Has YouTube Gone Too Far?" I mean, so they're gonna come get me. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going down. I don't know how this is gonna play out.
The minute you'll know is the minute the stream's over, if it goes from a green bubble to a yellow bubble. Yep.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is.
It's funny though, because I'll do the podcast, right? I think we did like a 9-hour one the other day, and I think I kept it clean for like the first few hours, and then like around hour 6 or 7, whenever we start talking about break, YouTube didn't care. Like, they literally monetized that. It's funny.
Wow.
It's super hypocritical. So either the algorithm doesn't catch stuff. I'm talking about some of my old tech videos where it looks like the Nelly tip drill video.
Wow.
Like some of those old tech videos are still monetized and are still getting views. And this goes to show that I could get it if they hit me with demonetization on those, right?
Right.
Because I would keep it 100% real. They shouldn't be monetized.
Right.
But, they got, the Huawei Mate 9 in XYZ Chicks Butt Crack, sponsored by GMT.
Mm-hmm.
If they're letting that go, then why are they demonetizing somebody that's talking about a new YouTube policy?
I have no clue, man. It's strange. What's up, Eric, man? I didn't see you in there, dude. I saw you up. I thought I saw you, Eric, up in the stream, man. But it's strange that people out there who are not promoting violence are getting, and like Joshua is saying right now in the stream, what about all the gaming channels? They totally promote violence. Games are violence. Games are straight up violence, and it's so important to. But you know what? I relate that back to parents allowing their young ones to play these violent games. Never did that happen over here. Even though I don't have any little ones anymore, but still, it starts in the house from where it begins. And if you're an adult playing these games, that's cool. But the just and flat line of that is Joshua's right. Joshua Nolan for that comment. He's totally right. He or she totally right. What about those channels? Are they going to get demonetized? And the answer is, according to that email, yes, they're affected too.
Yep.
They're affected too because they're promoting violence. So in video games have sex and drugs in them, man, smoking weed and stuff. I saw some of that stuff. I was like, what's that game? Grand Theft Auto? That game has. Oh, yeah. You could be a crackhead in that video, man. In that video game, you can be a crackhead.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
People excited to play that role.
Yes, that's unbelievable, man. I saw like a preview or something. Somebody wanted me to demo that, and I was like, "Well, I don't know how to do it." You know what I'm saying? Well, you guys know how I feel about games. I don't game. I play like a driving game and like a little ping pong game. And I think that's hard, but I tried that game because they wanted to see it on that laptop, and I thought, man, this dude just blew this guy's head off. Yeah, like Silverback said, you can pick up prostitutes and have sex. That's crazy.
Oh, you can do all of that and more. Like they're wide open with it. It's crazy.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm gonna open the line up, man. But you come in tonight, man. Shoot, I was headed to the gym, and then I posted that video in the comment section, blew up on that video, and I thought, dang, let me go ahead and do a live stream real quick again. You know, that kind of messed my head up. I was like, I didn't know I was making people mad like that by just putting the news out there. It's strange to me, but I guess that's what it is, B. I guess that's what it is.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, no doubt, B.
Yeah, I greatly appreciate you having me.
Nah, you know how it goes down. You know how it is, bro. All right, big dog. All right, peace. So yeah, man. The phone lines are open, man. If you want to chime in, especially if you're a creator, you know what I'm saying. TK is a creator, obviously. It affects everyone though when this is allowed to go on YouTube. You know what I'm saying. This affects everybody, so we got to remember it that way. Got another call coming in. Let's see who this is. What's going on, man? Jay, you live on the stream. Turn the volume down on the device that you're listening to. What's going on? Who we got?
Michael Tech Talk here.
What's going on, man?
Oh, just a couple ideas.
Yeah.
I agree with you and I disagree with you at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
So one of the things that I was thinking about is what about like artistic promotion, like people that use poetry and music to like express like acts of violence or sexual abuse or things like that happen to them.
You said that it happened to them?
Yeah, like what about if they're using their poetry and their music to express that, to release the pain? Like, what do you think about that?
Gotcha.
Should that be demonetized, or?
Yes, I think that should be demonetized too, because from a standpoint of that's private. So I would take that to and I know YouTube is about you, so you can promote what you want, but I didn't make the rule. And personally, I understand the viewpoint of this. I got abused as a kid and I want to release, and this is how I release. YouTube says that it's not appropriate, so we're going to demonetize it. I agree. I mean, nothing against the person who got abused or if that happened to them, but there's other ways and outlets for people to release that other than putting it out to the public. But if that's how that person chooses to do it, YouTube says we're not going to monetize you. I'm not against the person expressing themselves, but I personally wouldn't watch.
I can get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder, will this still pertain to like vaping channels and stuff where they have like warnings ahead of time, and, like age restricted?
You know, I wonder if it will, because the email is very detailed, and apparently a lot of people didn't get it, and a few people did. It basically digs into sex, drugs, murder. I've quoted it several times, but let me see. Let me just open this email up real quick, because I don't think I swiped it away. I think I saved it at the top of my list because I thought it was very important. So vaping, though, is it's a good point that you bring that up, though, because on TV you see people saying, stop smoking drugs and stop smoking, it's bad for you. Just say no. But the next commercial is promoting vaping, like you said. And for those who don't know, those vape machines have more nicotine than the cigarettes. It's a catch-22. They have way more. So they're locking you in. So here's what the email actually says. It says, and there's a lot, but I'm going to skip to the part where you're going to get demonetized for these things. Illegal content, child abuse, child sexual abuse material, sexual explicit content, adult themes, intellectual property abuse, endangerment or threatening species, dangerous derogatory content, enabling dishonest behavior, misrepresentation of content, malicious content, unwanted software. It's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on here. But vaping, I don't think I see that. Sexual content, guns, parts of guns, weapons, tobacco. There it is. Okay, so tobacco, recreational drugs, sales, and misuse, online gambling. So maybe those channels will get affected. Maybe they're getting demonetized already. I don't know of anybody that runs that type of channel. Yeah.
Because I can tell you, I started vaping only because I want to get off from nicotine. So
Yeah.
now I don't vape any nicotine.
Yeah.
And it's it's one of those, like, I'd rather do that than be picking up those, as a lot of the guys say, the icky sticks.
Yeah. Icky stick. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it says in the list, it does have tobacco products. But how would a person abuse promoting tobacco products? You think they're talking about marijuana?
Promoting it to children.
Oh, well,
like
yeah. You got you.
or making fun of things like that. Or
Yeah.
like, there are channels though out there that have like, I know one in particular that his daughter has a vaping channel, but she also has a 420 channel.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But the other thing I think about this is how many YouTubers don't rely on monetization anyways because they get ad revenue from sponsors.
Sponsorships. I've gotten sponsorships before. Okay, I'm a larger channel. I'm small, but I'm large. Sponsorships. The type of sponsorships that I'm always transparent about my sponsorships. If I've taken sponsorships in the past where it's just a one payment. And I also turn down 90% of my sponsorships because I don't want to be tied to people like that. I'm not going to be controlled on this channel. If you follow me, you know I don't get down. I'm not going to let a person tell me this is what you have to say in order to get this money. I just don't do it. I've taken sponsorships where I license my material. And you're absolutely right. In that sense, a lot of YouTubers get those sponsorships, but a lot of those people already have like a millions. They're big already. You know what I'm saying? They have tons of subscribers, so they can afford to do that because they're getting big payouts, you know? But you're right. They do get a lot of money elsewhere from YouTube, but the majority of people on YouTube rely on AdSense, man. They do. They're in MCNs. I call them networks where, you know, someone's paying them at some point or another for these ads and this material. And most of the people rely on that. And the people who are getting big dough from YouTube is a small percentage, I think.
Yeah. It just made me think about that. The other thing is, if you want to have content that you know is going to get demonetized and you want to have a channel about that, you can always have a separate channel.
Correct. You can have a second channel.
There's a lot of people that do that. Like they'll do I know some people that do that because, for instance, YouTube blocks comments on a lot of videos if they have kids in them. So they'll have that channel for like their family, and then they'll have their other channel because they want people to be able to comment.
Correct.
Yeah, I actually had that happen. So, you know, you're talking about your premiere video got demonetized. Funny enough, I did a video about the Android 10 coming out. I just did a quick video, like minute and a half video.
Mm-hmm.
And right after that, somebody commented, and I went to click on it, and it said something about I couldn't see the comments because of restricted content or something.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what? But the video's still there. And I went on another device, and it shows up.
Wow.
So, like, depending on what your settings are, apparently determines, like, how restricted you are, must be.
Yeah.
And I was like, man.
Yeah.
Really?
They pick and choose.
They don't want you talking about their stuff either. Like, that's what I wonder. Like, is this going to get to the point they're going to be like, we don't want you talking about negatively about us, so we're going to demonetize this video?
Is it negativity though, or is it the truth?
Yeah, that's my point. But they see it negatively. But the thing is that we all have to remember is they're a private entity, and I think somebody mentioned that. So they're not like they don't have to follow Second or First Amendment.
Yeah, they can do what they want to do.
Because they're private, and you're choosing to be on there, and then if people pay for subscriptions, they're choosing to pay.
That's correct.
And I think that's why, I mean, I don't know if you've seen like Science Studio and some of those guys that are going over to like Floatplane. Oh,
wow. A lot of people are doing Twitch. Apparently, Twitch pays way better than YouTube for people that want to be monetized. They pay very well, apparently.
Yeah, one of the issues I had is actually I went to live stream and found out I couldn't live stream because I didn't have 1,000 or more viewers, but I did find an app for that. But anyways.
Oh, wow.
That's way off topic. But anyways, just wanted to throw my points in there.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling, man.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, you too. So phone lines are open. I want to answer a question real quick from William. William Stewart. He's active in the chat right now. I appreciate your comments, William. He basically talked about just now in the chat about sexual education classes and the foul language that could possibly be used in a sex ed class. When I was young, sex education classes definitely were not, there was no foul language. So I don't know what it's like now, but I still don't think there's going to be foul language in a sex ed class. There might be some pictures that will be deemed, you need to check with your parents. The parental discretion is advised, but I don't know how much foul language or how something could be really vulgar in a sex ed class. I don't know. But good point, William. That is a good point. And I understand the point you're trying to make. Phone lines are open for a little bit longer, folks. If you don't get through, just keep trying. But I made this stream to piggyback my other video that got demonetized immediately. For some reason, my other video got demonetized quickly, just like that. So if in fact you have a voice about this, what they're doing, it's not a bad thing. I think it's a great thing that they're pushing these rules out, but it's affecting people, and it's affecting people that I didn't think was going to get affected. So phone lines are open, folks. I'll leave them open for a little bit before I get out of here. It's getting late. I still got to go to the gym. I wasn't planning on doing this live stream, but I'll take 1 or 2 more calls if I can before I get out of here. We have to learn to present. You guys have been following me for a long time. I always say, be mindful of how you present yourself online because someone's always watching. I'm not mad that my video got demonetized. I'm more surprised of why it got demonetized. And in those comments, if you haven't seen that other PSA video, be sure to check it out because the comment section is booming. There's a mixed crowd in those comments, man. It really is. People out there are saying, I disagree. I hate you for putting this. It's weird, man. I've had to remove comments already. Kind of strange, but this is YouTube's rule. And like the gentleman just said on the phone, YouTube is our own entity. We don't have to be here. We choose to be on YouTube. That's why it's called YouTube. You put yourself out there on the tube, and if people want to watch you, they'll watch you. Just like you make a choice right now to be in this stream because you have some concerns about the changes coming to YouTube, especially if you're a creator. And creators out there, even if you didn't get this email, you know about it now. I would love to hear your thoughts on your channel about this. I'll be watching because it's a matter of keeping quiet on some things when you have a voice. That's the thing. Are you going to keep quiet or are you going to use your voice for what it is? There are a ton of positive creators out there. I talk to a lot of them. I talk to a lot of positive creators. You exist, and your opinion is important. If it's not important to anybody else, it's important to me. There's this secret little small bubble that exists in my world on YouTube, and I feel like those creators are the real voice in certain areas. You know who you are. I don't know. You asked me if Flossie will get demonetized. I have no clue. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I can't say what channels are going to get demonetized. I got demonetized just now before I came on this stream. So, hey, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to block people from getting paid. It's just a PSA. If he got the email of creator, a lot of creators apparently didn't get the email. But if you did get the email, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about them enforcing some rules? What do you think? I don't know, folks. I feel like this is a topic that could go on and on. This could be a 12-hour stream if I let it go that long, but I won't. I got to go to the gym.